The Boys, Episode 8 trailer breakdown and reaction for us because we haven't even seen the actual trailer for the last episode of The Boys Season 2. Homelander final scene theories. This comes from our friends over at New Rockstars who encourage us to continue to react to their videos, so appreciate that, guys. I mean, if you haven't seen any of our Boys reactions, there's a playlist I'll put in the description box and pinned comment. Really been enjoying the show a lot, loving it so much. Yeah, I haven't seen the trailer for it, but I thought it'd be fun to see what Eric Voss's theories are on it because it's not an actual spoiler unless he gets it right.
Just see that reaction come to the video next on Friday.
It'll be fun to see if he gets it right at all. And yeah, subscribe, hit that notification bell right now so you get notified when our reaction for the final episode of The Boys will be up, which will probably be a two-part reaction because it's the finale. So it'll be a part 1 and part 2. So just to prepare your minds for that. Anywho, let's see what he's got in store for us today.
Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Eric Voss, and The Boys has been a bloody diabolical horror show, which we have loved breaking down weekly in our Boys Underground after show to share our disgust and, in some cases, guilty pleasure. The season 2 finale is days away, and its episode trailer hints at just enough of how this final hour will wrap up the big mysteries we have had this season. I'm gonna break down this footage and puzzle together other remaining trailer footage to answer who was behind the recent mind-blowing twist ending and the major characters whose bloody insides we might see next episode. Spoiler warning before we continue, and here we go.
We can't just kill everyone.
That is exactly what we're gonna do.
Wait now. Why are you doing this? Because I want back in, so I need her gone.
Wow. This trailer shows you a lot. Yeah. Damn.
We are your heroes. We are here to serve and protect you.
The promo picks up right where last episode ended, when the boys saw heads explode at Congresswoman Newman's congressional hearing on Vaught. The victims included A-Train speedster replacement Shockwave, former Vaught CSO Jonah Vogelbaum about to testify, a congressman, Newman's aide Lisa, and at least 10 others, based on on-screen pops and audible pops that we could hear over the screams. So a quick rundown of the suspects. Many believe Cindy, the escaped soup experiment from Sage Grove, could be behind this, given her similar bod-bursting powers. However, her telekinesis appears to be more implosion-based and encompassing the whole body instead of just the head exploding, cleaning up the opportunity and her motive. Like, she was locked up in Sage Grove during the similar killing of Raynor, and she likely would not willingly cooperate with Stormfront or Vaught, like if she had been drugged and forced to do this. Like, she seems like a bit too convenient of the answer to the question. Conspiracy theorist, someone you might say, Lee Harvey Oswald-esque Patsy. Another suspect people believe could be the head of the Scientology-inspired Church of the Collective, Alistair Adana, since Shockwave was among the kills, and Alistair had made promises to A-Train to get him back into the Seven. But with A-Train still anti-Vaught based on this promo,
We're even now. Holy, why are you doing this? Because I want back in, so I need
I remember that shot from the last from the early trailers.
It could also be the extra I've been calling Beardy, who seems to be looking in the general direction of the boss, as if doing it with his mind. And he does have that menacing Golden State Killer among the blurry background faces vibe. But really, let's be honest, the most logical culprit is Vaught head Stan Edgar, who, would be the most eager to silence Vogelbaum and use a false flag soup terrorist attack, one that he could blame on Cindy as grounds to stage a coup for Homelander and Stormfront and take over the U.S. government and the White House. The shot of the first American president, George Washington, getting sprayed with blood could have been a hint toward that plot against the current White House of the show. And the opening scene of the season showed Edgar negotiating with the Secretary of Defense over how exactly the Seven will fit into the chain of command, and if a last-minute appointment of Homelander to the position of Secretary of Defense would technically make Homelander 6th in the line of succession, according to the 25th Amendment. Then again, Homelander is beat but making him first in line. I mean, let's be honest, Homelander isn't very patient. He seems like the kind of asshole who drives up on the shoulder to merge 5 cards ahead instead of doing it just now and waiting your turn. A White House takeover seems to be the coup that Raynor was referring to seconds before her death.
It's a coup from the inside.
Mammy knows.
And in this
that's
promo,
still-
Homelander's creepy final speech looks very much like a grim, composed speech given right before or maybe right after taking the oath of office.
We are your heroes. We are here to serve and
Damn, that would be crazy.
It says hero again there, which, you know, I just bring up because every time Homelander says the word hero, it seems like it's either right before or right after someone dies horribly.
You are the real heroes. And you, my friend, are a true hero.
So, if anyone in red, white, and blue ever calls you a hero, even if they're carrying a Captain America shield, it's probably a good idea to run. Yeah, I know, I get excited anytime I see the red, white, and blue, but another star that has me seeing red, white, and blue that gets me excited is the star Blast Flavor of Bang Energy.
Damn, these Bang guys love you. You must be selling so much for Bang.
America! Every can of Bang is 16 ounces. It contains 300 milligrams.
There are
of
people who are
caffeine.
just like buying more Bang
It has
because
0 calories.
I imagine it works
Tastes
because-
great. With over 20 different flavors to choose
because
from. One of those great
Eric
flavors
Voss is so
Alfred
energetic,
Star
so they
Blast.
must be like, there must be something with the Bang that's doing it.
Check out Bang on Instagram. You can get 25% off your order at Bang Energy.
So weird that Bang would want YouTube ads.
I feel like
Most
they'd be
popular
doing fine
energy drink right
already.
now, yeah. We need more.
Fitness supplements, all kinds of stuff to be your best Bang self. Thanks again to Bang Energy for sponsoring this video. Get 25%
Eric is
off at
10% more energetic in these
using the code
videos.
New Rockstars 25. Okay, so after the exploding heads attack, episode 7 ended with Butcher thinking about his next move.
What the fuck do we do now?
And we speculated that could be the boys finally taking Compound V themselves to fight the 7 head-to-head. But
No.
now, judging from Kimiko's rocket launcher, the battle plan appears to just be guns. Lots of guns.
We can't just kill everyone. That is exactly what we're gonna do.
So the mission here appears to be all around Ryan.
But it's not gonna go to-
Stormfront
it's not gonna
away
go
from
according to
his son,
plan.
Ryan. Actually, another shot in this trailer shows Homelander launching again with this kid in tow. We do see shots of Becca running in the woods,
gonna
through a
go
drain
everywhere
pipe,
with-
apparently escaping the compound and arriving to the pawn shop.
They took him. They have Ryan.
So rescuing Ryan for Becca appears to be Butcher's call to action.
Yeah.
Worry, I won't find your son.
But I don't know how eager Butcher is going to be to
I mean,
save Ryan per se.
everyone
But,
predicted
hey,
that,
a
right?
valiant effort could win Becca back, despite Ryan
Exactly.
getting fried halfway through a blindside reenactment. Really, the balance of power has shifted. Starlight and Queen Maeve appear to be working alongside the boys, with A-Train continuing to help them with intel. And I'm assuming that finally gives
Told
them
you
detailed
he
Vaught's
would.
White House coup plan.
Gosh.
Maybe just evidence that links Stan Edgar to the exploding heads, whatever evidence Raynor had right before she died. And we got confirmation that the finale episode will feature a battle between them and Stormfront. She blows up this airplane hangar in a clearing. Maybe it's a rendezvous point for the boys. We also see Homelander touch down to this similar rural location. Maybe he gets there after the fight is over.
like the
But there's
season
a clip
5
of
finale of
showing
Supernatural.
Maeve fighting Stormfront in this location.
No
And also
way.
Kimiko and Starlight
Maeve.
stomping, presumably Stormfront, because another shot she zaps Kimiko off her. Really, one of the biggest lingering mysteries is this shot of Homelander from all the way back last December, opening the very first teaser for the 2nd season. This particular shot has yet to appear in the 7 episodes of season 2 thus far, so it must appear in the upcoming finale episode, and I'm assuming it is going to be a key moment from the finale. Whose blood is on Homelander here? Who is he looking down at?
Everyone's.
Some are suggesting this could take place right after the head pops in the congressional hearing, which
No.
did spray Homelander with a bit of blood.
No.
Perhaps he's laying to rest the body of Jonah Vogelbaum, the closest thing to a father figure he's ever had. But Homelander didn't get
No.
that much blood on his face during the massacre. I guess the C-SPAN
No,
feed
he did
cut
something.
off in the middle of it. There could
He
have been
did
another
so.
pop
It's
that got
probably
Homelander
at that
staring
press
in the face.
conference that we're
Based on
seeing at.
Homelander's expression
Jacks
here,
everyone
he's
up.
Looking down in, what is that, sadness, love, grief, whatever you call Homelander's emotion that is not rage or apathy. And when he looked over and saw Vogelbaum's head pop feet away from him, Homelander didn't look that horrified. So one theory is Becca, who I'm not sure will survive the
No.
season, though I don't know
He
how
wouldn't
much
look
Homelander
that down.
really cares about
It's
her.
gotta
At
be
least I
like
don't know if he can
Stormfront
that face
or
look.
Ryan.
My
It's gotta be
gut
one of
tells
two.
me this is either Ryan or Stormfront.
Yeah,
And it's
of
important to
course.
note, the blood on Homelander's face doesn't necessarily belong to the person or thing he's looking down at. He does float down to camera, face is already covered in blood, almost as if to say Homelander left one skirmish soaked in the blood from that to then find the body of an unintended victim of his destruction. Or maybe it's a true bloodbath. Stormfront kills Becca, and then Ryan, in that rage, snaps and kills Stormfront, which could have been set up by Homelander laser in her, chest, with Ryan's supervision being even more powerful.
It's gonna be
and then
crazy.
Homelander covered in Stormfront.
I hope one of your theories comes true.
Her, then snaps himself and kills Ryan, his son. Or, maybe Homelander, while flying with Ryan, hugged him too hard and he crushed him all over himself. Or maybe Ryan finally learns how to fly on his own and Homelander accidentally flies through him. All kinds of horrifying directions this could go. I want you to comment down below with your theory for who Homelander is looking at in this shot. And if you really want to get into the boys, join me as we discuss theories about the show on New Rockstars' official Discord server. All you gotta do is become a patron at patreon.com/newrockstars. Subscribe to New Rockstars, hit that notification bell, follow me on Instagram at EAVOS, follow New Rockstars, subscribe to the Boys Underground podcast feed, wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Senpai Eric.
So much goodies to quickly dissect. I feel like it's gonna be Ryan's. I think that specific look is gonna be Ryan. There's just so much that's hinting at a couple of things. One is that Homelander is gonna have to do something that's like a big public massacre of something. This whole debate of going back and forth, is Homelander good, is Homelander bad? Like, even in the public's eye, right? They teased that one moment where he was imagining just annihilating the crowd. I think that was episode 5. There's gonna be something where he does some type of public massacre, either at that place where he's giving the speech, because I love what Eric was saying about how whenever he says heroes, he often commits something very violent. Someone dies usually when he brings up that word. Or, you have that scene where he takes Ryan away from the army. It looked like he was trying to keep him shielded away. So I think they're going to try to obtain him, that they're not letting Homelander be daddy to him, that he's still like an asset, right? Like, that's just a logical conclusion. I would imagine that Vaught would treat the kid as. They kept him hidden from Homelander for a reason.
Yeah, they've spent time and resources on this kid. And he is the first naturally born super powered person. So they want an eye on him.
They want Ryan to keep him as a product, and I don't think they want Homelander and Stormfront, being mommy and daddy to them. My mind is going towards that it'll be like a chaotic finale of somehow, Butcher and Becca will be there. There'll be all those people who will be there, and it's all just chaos. And then, I'm for some reason, my mind's saying that Stormfront might kill Ryan. I just can't see why yet. I could draw some possible theories of where the show would go with that, of somehow Ryan is actually holding back Homelander from being the leader he's capable of being. I don't know, but at the same time, I'm thinking Ryan is part of Vaught's major product, maybe some part of a bigger plan, so I don't know why she would do it. But I think for sure Stormfront has to be offed. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm weirdly preparing myself for a big body count on the finale, because I feel like perhaps Stormfront, Ryan seems like he's in danger. I even feel like, in a weird way, Starlight could be in danger, especially if they all line up in the same place at the end for some kind of big nasty battle or something like that. It really makes me wonder too about Giancarlo Esposito, because they've teased him for so much of the season, and there's so much questioning about what kind of power does this guy actually have over these people. The idea that he could be the person at least behind the exploding heads seems to make a whole lot of sense, even though it's not the most obvious of a super angle or something like that. I don't know. I feel like that's actually a pretty solid theory, more so than Cindy. I thought the pointing out that Cindy's power is more based on implosion and crushing than just simple explosion.
Yeah, I think that kind of debunks it. Maybe it's not Cindy. I think in our review, actually, I did bring up that I think it might be Stan. It makes the most sense that he wouldn't want this person testifying. There's already so much they're trying to do to keep Vaught in good public light right now. And the way they've been using him in this specific season as sort of this person who's even a threat to Homelander, and who even has authority over Stormfront. The two main baddies that we see are Homelander and Stormfront, but I think the real ultimate baddie is Giancarlo Esposito and the power that he wields. I mean, we saw that in early on in the season when Giancarlo and Homelander were talking with each other, that Homelander was backing down to him. Somehow it has to be part of his plan. I think that would elevate his character. It would just make the most logical sense. Any answer they gave me, I'm going to accept. I'm not going to be what the hell, Bran's King? I wouldn't. I wouldn't just go there. I feel like any answer will suffice. The whole thing with A-Train working with them. I remembered seeing. I've been saying it since the first episode that we watched. I remembered seeing that brief moment in the trailer when they're just talking. It's so brief, you don't even hear anything amongst them. Oh, okay, so at some point, A-Train is gonna ask Huey and Starlight for help, or go to them to help them out in some way, right? And I've just been waiting for that. I feel like everyone's been waiting for this moment with Homelander all bloody, and I've been waiting for the scene with A-Train, because I'm like, that scene really stood out, and I've been waiting for A-Train to get there to be a part of that side, but it looks like it's a little bit more layered than that, because he still has selfish motivations for it. It's not, I'm turning good, it's, I want to get back into the 7. As much as the marketing at first can make it feel like, oh, they're giving away too much, I think they know to be, you know, cleverly discreet or misleading at certain moments too.
Yeah.
So that way you're not like feeling like you get the whole thing spoiled. Because at first I'm like, oh man, that's way too much to show me. But then as it kept going, like, nah, they know. They know to hide and surprise. Even if you watch like new Rockstars breakdown videos that they do after the episode, they'll even be surprised by things that happen. You know?
It seems like they're in a position, especially with this show, and especially with the position to space it out week by week, that they would be able to effectively tease and mislead us and relish in this process of us going, God, we have just enough that we can draw all these theories and not enough, that we know until the episode gets here. So, now I'm just super excited to see what's going to go down.
All right, guys. Well, thank you, New Rockstars, for putting this video together. Eric Vaught, you killed it once again. Go get yourself a Bang energy drink, I am assuming. Yeah, subscribe to New Rockstars. Subscribe to The Real Rejects. Click that notification bell. Keep a lookout. Our reaction, the 2-parter, will be up sometime Saturday or Sunday. And last but not least, I'd like to give a shout out to a man named JT, because by the time he notices this shout out, he might have already seen The Boys. I asked him specifically if he's seen this season at all yet, and he's waiting for all the episodes to come out so he could just do one giant ass binge. Then I'll get his opinion back to me. I'm excited to see what he has to think about this show, because personally we've been loving it. I hope you're not disappointed, buddy. What I'm thinking is, you know, you're gonna speed your way through this. You're gonna binge your way through this, just like an A train. Just like you're gonna take a deep dive into the thought process for it while you're in your television set in your homeland. Sitting at Stormfront of your parents, or that with and
you'll be drinking a black noir, wine, elegantly,
and then you'll be showering your hair with Maveline,
and you'll be Eagle the Archer,
and while you're butchering meat. All right, JT, you get the joke.
Huey.
We'll see you, buddy.